Hello everyone. Looking to do a nice chill, pretty short afternoon stream, afternoon to evening stream. So right now I'm looking to make some more progress on our parser for the RDB files in Redis. It's been going pretty well. So far, we are done with the metadata section. We found some bugs in our previous stream due to not handling integer strings, which was kind of annoying, but that worked. So the next step is to fix our function that will begin reading the databases, and if that is properly reading the size of the hash tables that we're expecting, then we can go ahead and move forward with the rest of the parsing of the database. So let's go and hop back into this. Okay, so read RDB file, encode string. We already did that. That's what we updated last time. Fantastic. I hate so much that that does not. What if I do that? Nope. It only does like 3 things. Whatever. Who needs minimize files? Do I have ts install go? No. TS update? Go? Damn. Well, we're fucked. Oh well. Process RDB metadata section, that's already been fixed. Now, I'm gonna copy that because we'll need that. It's gonna be an easier way for us to process our databases. So one change we need to implement here is that we don't want to read. We want to peek. We're going to go with next code. And we'll return the errors. And that's don't need that. Don't need that as well. And this is where we can go into here and say the string of the next code. And same thing here. Then that's not going to be anything new. Now, what we need to do is read the next 2 characters here, because if we iterate in, if we get into this iteration right here, then that means we have peaked 2 characters and that those characters are FE. So let's go and do that. Could just written again, but for some reason I figured it would be faster to just go here and copy it. Yeah, that's literally all we have to do. Okay, process database. Now let's go here, and that will make sure that we are. Why is that impossible? Oh, I have it twice. Okay, cool. So let's run that. What we're expecting to see is we should get to the beginning iteration. Let me be more specific with that. db iteration, and we should have our hash table size and our expiry hash table size if all goes well. Not npx, not quite the right thing. Co-crafters test. It's gonna take a minute. This has been a really fun project though. I would fully recommend it to anyone. Honestly, this is very much the way I like to learn. I like being given a project, and it's nice to have little goals, which is essentially the steps, but it doesn't tell you at all how to do it. It doesn't say, great, now use a buff IR reader to XYZ, use a scanner to the... It's like, okay, look, we're gonna give you this and we expect this back. Get it done. Okay. So 0, 0, checking signal FE. So I kind of want to see where we're at in there. Hmm. 0, 0 is the index. Yeah. That's what that is. Let me go here. And I learned something. Here we don't want to use A to I. What we really want to use is parse int. I wonder if it's going to say anything. I think we can just default to 32-bit. Because I feel like that would be a lot of... a very large number of databases if we exceeded that. So what I'm actually going to do is stir convert dot parse int, parse complex, what was it? Converts the string s to a complex number with precision. That's cool. I don't need that at all, but that's cool. Nice to know we have that. String decoded hex. Base is going to be 16 because we're in hex, and let's go with 32. I believe this can return an error. Yep. So we're just going to take that and not do that. We're going to take this and put that on the end there. And we will do that right there. I should change that to a 64-bit because we're not just using that. 23, parsing /x 0, 0. What the fuck? Okay. Let's go ahead and print out both the let's print out both what receiving and the decoded value. Hex %q /n and then decoded value %q /n, and we'll do the num in hex, and we will do decoded hex. What does that give us? Hex is 0, 0. Decoded values /x 0, 0. Did I do that wrong? I think I did. I think I don't need to feed this here. I think I just need to do num and hex. I feel like if I do that, it's gonna work. Because I'm not properly decoding it there. Decode a val. Hash table size, expire hash table size. Okay. I think that worked. Hash table size section not found. So I think that means it it did another iteration, right? Beginning DB iteration. Yeah. Which makes sense because I think we have 2 FEs. If I'm remembering right. FA. That's FE. I'm not seeing FE anywhere again. What's interesting is that FF is right here, and I feel like is that not the end of the file? Or am I not remembering this right? Yeah, the end. Oh, an 8-byte CR. Okay. But FE is the start of the database section. I think the issue is that I just didn't finish parsing it. So whenever I do finish parsing it and don't leave it half parsed, it should either have an FE or an FF at the end of it defining what the next start section is. So I think that makes sense. I think we fixed this. The only issue that we're seeing is the fact that I mean, that's really easy. I'm still going to use this, but whatever. I'm fairly certain that's the issue we're seeing. So DB index is there. Because we're getting all the way down here. And hash table size and expire hash table size. Perfect. Okay, so now we're getting to a point where we can parse the hash table. So let's look back at the documentation because it's been a while. Okay, so we have now read this section. 00, the 1-byte flag that specifies the value's type and encoding. Here the flag is 0, which means string. The name of the key, string encoded, foobar, the value, indicates the key is key. Okay, I see. Foo has an expire. And that the expire time is expressed in milliseconds. The expire timestamp expressed in Unix time. Stored as an 8-byte unsigned long in Little Endian. Okay. The value is type string. Key name is foo. So expressed in seconds. The expire timestamp is that. Okay. It's not that bad though. Here's a more formal definition of how each key value is stored. Optional expire information, one of the following. Value type. Okay, so it starts. Okay. I see. So it starts with the what type of expiry it has, and then it moves on to the expiry information, and then the information about the key and value. Okay, so we'll just start with the key and value. It's not that bad. Excuse me. Okay. Func parse db key value. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. And then I'll have the code for the expiration in a different function, and I can just use this function as well. So we need our reader, pointer to a buffio.reader. And we need our num of, I don't know if we need our number of items. I don't actually think we need our number of items. Now, we will need to return a string, and we will also need to return a RDB file data? No. Redis key data. Where the string will be the key and the res key data will be everything else. We'll probably have to expand this in the near future. But we'll deal with that whenever we deal with the expiry. Okay. So value type and encoding will equal a make byte, a byte array that is 2 characters long, 2 bytes long, and then we'll go ahead and read into it r.read value type and my encoding. I feel like we should just return the error up. Or not. I'll just handle the error here. So let's also make our Redis key data equals Redis key data, boom, boom. And then we can key equals a string, return key data. Okay, so we now have that. If it is 0, 0, the Y byte flag specifies the values type and encoding. Here the flag is 0, which means string. So we can just handle the key like it is always a string. But for the value, we do need to actually properly check that. So we can do that. That's not that bad. So we have helper function. What did we call it? Process database. Read db RDB file encoded string. Boom. That's insanely easy. Let's go ahead and steal that from there and do this. Read RDB file encoded string, pass it that. Nope, it automatically passes it like that. Error. Handle error. Okay. It's not too bad so far. Now, if value type encoding string value type encoding equals 0, 0, preferably inside the string, then value key data dot value equals also once again read RDB file coded string. Then we'll just pass in the reader, and we need to also handle that error. Handle error. Okay, as far as handling a simple key value, I think this is it. I'm really happy we built out these simple helper functions. That was nice. So now after we have our sizes and everything, how would I set this up? For I equals 0, I is less than db dot hash table size I plus plus. I don't think that's gonna work. It does. Parse RDB key value. Key data equals that. Okay. Format.printf key percent q. We'll just go with that. /n value q /n, and then key and the key data dot value. Very simple. And then finally we also have to actually add these. That's going to be in our types, in our definitions, and entries. That's going to be a map of string to Redis key data. Cool. Process database. Okay, we're here. Wait, what? Beginning DB iteration. Get DB data here. That's where I am. Okay. DB dot entries key equals key data. So let's see what this looks like. Ideally, we should get at least one key in. Key, grape, and mango. I never thought it would get me where I have a nil map, and it got me. Holy shit. It finally got me. That's funny. That's really funny. Yeah, I am right. I mean, I'm assuming I obviously have to be right, but I am right in it showing the non-expiries first. I'm pretty sure. Database section indicates the size. Yeah. And then it does the expiries. Cool. Okay. So, whenever we initialize the DB, entries equals make map of string onto Redis key data. Okay. That should get rid of that error. I feel like that's a better way to organize that. Okay, now we need to handle our expiry data. Func parse expiry. Is that the terminology they use? That expires. Parse expirable DB key value. Once again, we just need the buff.io reader and also going to return the string and the Redis key data. Yeah. So the first thing that we need to do is get that flag saying how it's going to expire. And we're just going to steal this. Expire time stamp type. Expire timestamp type. So it says that it's expressed in milliseconds. The thing is, I don't really understand why it matters if it expires in milliseconds or seconds. Maybe it depends on like how fast you check it or something, because the reason why I say it doesn't matter is because you get a timestamp either way, so it doesn't matter if the expiry timestamp was originally set in seconds, minutes, days, whatever the fuck. As long as we have the timestamp of when it expires, I think we're good. But whatever. I mean, to be fair, it does help us know this. So stored as a 4-byte unsigned integer in Little Endian. Here the expire timestamp is that. Expressed in Unix time. Unix time stamp. Maybe I want to parse these. I want to see what their values are. 9 months ago. Thursday, April 25th, 2024. Can you say what it is? April 22nd. Interesting. Very interesting. Supports Unix timestamps in seconds, milliseconds, microseconds, and nanoseconds. Okay. So it does matter. I mean, of course it matters. Why would it not matter? They wouldn't do it if it didn't matter. Okay. Cool. So let's see. Let's go to our Redis key data and add where we're going to actually put these. Expiry time stamp in milliseconds. Because I don't know if that's going to really matter. But we're going to see. So if it's that, if it's milliseconds, it's going to be 8 byte, which is 32 bits. Yeah, it's 32 bits. So int 32. And I can do that. And this is going to be 4 bytes. So 4 times 4 is 16. So int 32. Okay, now we have our way of saving it. So I'm just gonna write it for the first way for milliseconds, and then I'm gonna see what I can generalize, so that way I can just have the code written once and have the variables in place, just like how I was parsing the integers. I think that makes sense. So if expiry time stamp type, we need to turn that into a string. And I'm probably gonna need to lower that. Yeah. So we'll start with FC equals FC strings dot to lower equals FC. Timestamp equals make a byte array. I believe it's 8, so it's going to be 16. Yep. 16 underscore error equals r dot read into the timestamp. And finally, now that we have that, we need to handle the error, of course. And then we can convert it. I believe we can do strings dot convert. Nope, stir convert. Dot parse int string timestamp. I'm gonna change that to in hex, just so that way it's more descriptive of what we're looking for. And then it's gonna be base 16, and in this scenario it's gonna be 32. So we'll parse that integer. I wonder if, because I'm worried about a leading 0. I don't know if that's a problem with Unix timestamps. Can Unix timestamps have leading zeros? Maybe just read it as a string. Maybe. So the expiry timestamp signed as an 8-bit unsigned long in Little Indian. I don't think longs can have leading zeros. I don't think they can. So this is not a problem I'm going to think about. So I'm just going to do that. And let's see. I'm trying to think of how to define these variables. So we need timestamp hex length var timestamp hex length. That's going to be an integer. Same thing here. Integer size, and timestamp hex length will be 16. And the timestamp int size will equal 32. Else it's going to be half of that. 8, 16. God damn it. There we go. And then here, we just do timestamp hex length. And we do timestamp int size. And then our reader should be at a good place to get the rest of the information. So now we just say key data equals parse db key value, pass it the reader. Then we say key data. We will need the if statements again, annoyingly, but we will need it again. Key data dot expiry timestamp in milliseconds equals Unix timestamp. And same thing here. Expire timestamp in seconds. And then finally return key data. And also the key. Obviously that can return an error. If it does, we need to handle the error. Can I just do int 64? No. Can I just do int? No. I do... shit. Golang convert int 64 to int 32. When converting between integer types, if the value is assigned integer, if the sign extend the Otherwise, it is 0 extended. Is then truncated to fit the result size. For example, conversion always yields. I really don't want to do bit twiddling. That is just something I have absolutely zero desire to fuck with. So, what we're gonna do is change this to N64. Yeah, I'm probably wasting a little bit of space. I'm okay with that. I'm completely fine with that. Expiry hash table size and expiry. And same shit there. Let's see what this looks like. I mean, I think we should be damn near the end of that. Okay, that didn't work. That did not work. The reason why that didn't work is because I didn't call the right function. Maybe if I call the right function, it'll work. That definitely didn't work. It switches between a couple. Okay. Let's get rid of some of these. I'm gonna keep that. Are there any other ones? Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of our metadata section prints because we just don't need that. I'm gonna comment it out for right now. Checking signal, I don't need that. Signal good, don't need that. I'm gonna keep the beginning DB iteration just cause. In case we somehow find ourselves in a place where we're trying to read multiple DBs, I think that would be useful to have. And now let's get back to our DB data. Format.printf beginning to process expiry key value /n. Obviously we'll get there, but I also want to see this without all of those prints. Really? Before processing. We at least get there, right? Okay. Is it because I'm using the same variable? That doesn't make any sense. Why is it not doing it? Wait. Maybe it's because I am just doing that twice. Maybe it doesn't have one in there. Yeah. That's what it is. That's annoying. And I just want to make sure that that is still working. I haven't deleted anything, so there's no reason why it wouldn't be working. Fantastic. Okay. I think we are now... Well, I think... Okay. I think we are at a point where we could totally just say, you know what? This is done. We have our keys. We don't need any more. But we got this far. We might as well have our 8-byte CRC64 checksum. We might as well have that. I don't see any reason for us to not have that. Let's get our checksum. So I'm going to comment that out. Let me just go to the end of this function, or go to where this function is called, and make sure we have this. Format.printf dbs retrieved count %d/n length. Wait, can I do that? Yeah, I can. Let's just make sure we have that. Finally almost done. What? How the fuck are there 6 dBs? What? I'm sorry. That's the metadata section. I'm in the wrong code. I fucking knew that it just added it to the end of it. I'm gonna make this easy on myself. Can I make it 0? It's probably a horribly... It's probably a really bad way to do it, but I think it would work. Okay. So, I know I didn't say what the issue was there. It had 5 and then it appended 1, so it had 6 rather than taking place of the first index, which is what I wanted, but it didn't do it. Whatever. So, we're going to do it like that. The proper way to do this would be to, if I wanted to keep it at 5, that would be fine. I would probably have some kind of count. The capacity of 5? Does that still work? That might be the better way of doing it. I feel like that's the better way of doing it. That way it doesn't add... more capacity and basically assign another one. So what happens whenever you append is it adds it, I believe it adds it at the length, which would essentially be the last item, the new last item. But if the length equals the capacity, then it builds a new array, copies the data over. That way you can continue to append, which is great. But if I'm going to start it at 0, then I'm just automatically adding an operation where it has to append to a new one, or where it has to build a new array, and there's just no point for that. So let's not have that. And I think having a length of 0 and a capacity of 5 is the solution to that. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what we're going with. Okay. We are almost done. We didn't know what we were going to be returning at the end of this. Now we do. RDB file data and an error. Now there's one last thing to add here. The checksum. 8-byte checksum for the entire file. Hex checksum. It'll be an array of bytes. We're just going to keep it stupid simple. Return RDB data nil. And func get file checksum r buffio dot reader what is it called? End file section equals make a byte array that is 10 characters long to include this FF, but we're going to trim it off when we return it. Underscore error equals r.read end file section. Yeah. Now, let me add that. This might return an end of file error. Let me see. You can return a non-zero count with io.eof. So let me just do this. If error does not equal io.end of file, handle the error. Otherwise, we need to return something. Byte. This has been an insanely long step, which makes sense. We've had to read the entire file. I thought I'd be able to just jump into it, but you know, like after going through it, it's possible. Maybe. I really still don't think it is. I don't know. The answer is I don't know if you can just jump into it, because I don't know if there's going to have any potential of a section character being somewhere else where it's not necessarily a section, and that would be due to a file encoded string or something like that, where it would have that hex value. But if you knew that you were in the middle of an encoded string, you would know it wasn't the start of a new section. So because of that, I think you just have to parse the whole damn thing, which really isn't that bad. To be fair, it's a decent amount of work. I mean, we're on line 56. It was about 350 lines of code, which doesn't always say how much work something is. There was a lot of thinking, but I don't know. It was fun. So return end file section from the second character, or the second index, which is the third character, to the end. And then finally, the RDB data dot hex checksum equals get file checksum R. And let's just make sure that is right. File checksum %q /n RDB data dot hex checksum. I feel exhausted from building this, but in a fun way. I feel like I've really had to use my brain. Okay. B9 all the way to... Oh. I have to double. So 16 plus 2, 18. That is why we check. That is why we always check and not just assume it's right. What? Did I do that wrong? Why is it not grabbing the final thing? Am I dumb? I mean, I know I'm dumb, but what's the issue? String coding, size encoding, key. Okay, I'm past where I need to be. In file section. 8-byte. To be fair, one, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8. Is 0A is like an end of file? Is that what that is? I had, let me go back to the documentation, RDB file specification. Redis RDB file specification. Redis RDB file format. FF 8-byte checksum. List encoding. So, you know, I'm sure we might get to that. We'll see. Checksum. An 8-byte checksum is at the end of file as possible. Disable the checksum via parameter. That's it. Okay. You know what? I'm going to assume that's like some kind of end of file character or something like that. I'm not going to go crazy with it because I know we're skipping the FF and then we're reading 8 bytes. And that's good enough for me. Okay. Holy shit. We have processed our RDB file. Fantastic. Very happy to have that done. Now, what the fuck is the keys command again? I think, okay, I'm kidding mostly. It's just a command where you pass it a string that will allow you to search for the different keys. It's just going to start with a star, which means return all keys. But let's go ahead and look back over it again because I feel like it's been like a week since we started this project. Realistically, it's Thursday now, so probably like Tuesday or some shit I started it. Okay. Holy hell. So, string coding, database. Let me just hide this. We no longer need the RDB file format. Keys F star. Okay, yeah. So we just need to return an array with the two items, or with the items. That's fine. That's very easy. We should already have a lot of functions that are good at helping us with that. I'm so ready to have this step done. Let's see. Okay, so we're returning our stuff. Really, okay, look, if we're not going to return an error, Let's not say we're going to return an error. There's no need for that. Okay. Server. Keys. Go. RDB file equals that. Keys equal RDB file dot. Ooh. So keys is going to be a make an array of strings with a length of 0 and a capacity of 10. For underscore db in the range of RDB file dot databases db dot entries dot keys keys 2. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, wait, yeah. I'm being really stupid. Okay, so for every entry, we just append that. I really thought there was an easier way to get all keys. Golang get all keys from map. The built-in key master with maps package. Go 1.18 plus. Apple, banana, cherry, maps, keys, map. Maps.keys. I thought so. Maps.keys. The built-in key master with maps package. Starting with Go 1.18, the maps package introduces a dedicated key extraction champion, the keys function. It's straightforward and elegant. This one liner grabs all the keys from your My Map and stores them in a slice named keys. The keys are returned. I can't talk. In an owner list, but that's all you need. Simple, efficient, and perfect for those who appreciate conciseness. Okay. I don't know why it's... Dot keys. Why the fuck? Why is that not automatically there? Could not. No required module provides package. Not keys. Whatever. Whatever. That's fine. Okay, so now we have all of our keys. So return build array keys. String. That should work, right? Nope, not that. Yeah. Okay. So let me go back here to see. So array 0 will be keys. So array 1, we need to do this if the first index is star. If array 1 equals star, do that. Return make. And we'll just return an empty array for right now. Oh. Return build array. Do we not handle an empty array? Whatever. Make an array of strings length of 0. Okay, let's see what that does. I think that should work. We're gonna find out. If not, we need to see what array 1 is. It's been a while. It doesn't work. Why would it work? Format dot printf array 1 %q / n array 1. Let's see if we even get there. Format dot printf returning array. So the hell is the issue? Returning the array. Okay, so the issue isn't there. What? db.entries. Okay. CT that. Adding key %q. Okay. And now let's go here. Format.printf building array %q val. Returning array. Wait, what? Okay. Oh, am I not writing it? I'm not fucking writing it. God damn it. Data to write equals that. That's a stupid issue. Wait. What? I'm getting really close to calling it for today. Let's see. S3. It's not building it as a... Oh! Of course. I need to... not just have it as a string, I need to do this. Build bulk string. Okay. That's what I need to do. God, that feels so good. Let's clean these up. Get dot get commit dash m finished the keys command. Git push. Wow. Wow. That's amazing. Well, I'm receiving a call. I need to end it here. Thank you everyone for watching. This has been a fantastic time finishing this challenge. I'm looking forward to continuing tomorrow. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.